Hallo und herzlich willkommen zurück zu Blending of Heroes Trace of Cold Steel 2. Beim letzten Mal sind wir hier in Legram angekommen, was sehr neblig ist. Und wollen gleich darüber nach Lohengrin Castle, um Emma und Laura endlich wieder zu haben. Wie angekündigt, habe ich auf Screen kurz was gemacht. Ich habe Vieh das Pattern Shirt gegeben. Was im Verhältnis zu, ich glaube, das hier hatte wie vorher, natürlich ordentlich an defensiven Fähigkeiten wegnimmt, aber halt 20 Verteidigung mehr hat und ich will viel so spielen, dass sie gar keine Verteidigung quasi braucht. Genau. Und eine Sache, die ich noch ändert, ist Reans Move Pool. Oder Reans Quad Pool. Ich habe diesmal mit Stacking. Also ich habe ihn mit Stacking ausgerüstet. Im Prinzip einfach, okay, wir nehmen ganz viele Quad, die dasselbe machen. Und ballern die auf einen Charakter drauf, um ihn in diesem Bereich halt zu maximieren. Und das in dem Fall bei Rean Tempo und Angriff sowie Delay. Weil er hat Crafts, die sehr gut da drin sind, Gegner zu canceln oder zu delayen. Und ja, dafür ist das da. The boat is ready when you are. Will you be taking off for Lohengrin Castle now then? In that case, do take care of yourself. My prayers for your success will not cease until I see you back here completely safe. We appreciate it, Klaus. Let's get going. Hard to believe it's the middle of the day with how poor visibility is. And this has been going on for a whole month. I imagine it's the manifestation of the chaos in Erebonia, much like the appearance of the high elements. There's a possibility whatever Emma sensed over the castle is the direct cause. And I do feel like something strange is here this time too. Oh, this time too? You didn't follow us here doing our field study, did you? Well, I suppose there's no harm in admitting it now. I had my own duty as a familiar to fulfill, you know. It was to make sure this area didn't have any undesirable effects on you as a potential awakener. What kind of undesirable effect? Does that mean Legram has something to do with the Divine Knight? More Lohengrin Castle than Legram as a whole. Once upon a time, a Divine Knight, just like the Ashen and Azure Knight, supposedly slumbered there. Are you serious? First I'm hearing of it. What are the Divine Knights anyway? All I've heard are the ancient legends, unfortunately. So all I know is that there was once a Divine Knight here. And now it's gone, along with its Awakener. Gone where, I wonder. Oh look, I can see the castle now. Das sind alles Clues, die ich komplett vergessen habe. Bis ich dann halt jetzt ein Replay hatte. Von Kurzspiel 1 tatsächlich. Nur almost there. Patch is a bug, everyone. Bevor ich kurz gereplayt habe mit quasi Nachfolgewissen, also den Replay, den ihr auch auf dem Kanal habt, habe ich komplett vergessen, dass die ganzen Clues dazu schon hier waren. Laura and Emma are here. Yep, they're inside alright. I can feel Emma's mana. Be careful on the way up. Remember how steep it was before, and all this fog's not going to make the trip any easier. True enough, it makes me wonder what this place looks like without all the fog around. Gute Frage, Matthias. Kommen wir später dazu.
What a pain.
You look awfully happy about seeing Emma again soon, though.
I do not.
Doch, tut sie. Seht, wie sie sprintet. Lohengrin Castle. Last time we were here, the castle had this weird light surrounding it, kinda like the old schoolhouse. Based on what I'm sensing, it shouldn't take long before... Wait, something's with her. I think Emma's fighting. Maybe it's what Emma was sensing before she left? Then we've no time to waste. We should hurry. Weapons at the ready. Right behind you. Yeah. Kinda.
Laura! Emma!
Is that a cryptid?
Come, Emma. We'll fight with all we have.
Right! Looks Lamina. Now, Laura!
Of course! Be gone!
That was incredible!
Man, Laura's gotten even stronger.
Emma's no slouch either. Her powers never cease to amaze. Looks like they didn't need our help after all.
They're not out of the woods yet! So it seems.
Well, hello there. Gluttonous lizard cell venom.
What is that?
Where did it come from?
Laura! Emma!
Huh? Am I imagining things?
Rean! Celine! We can explain after we've taken care of things here.
We'll back you two up. Ready?
We're right here with you, Laura.
I can't believe you're here. Very well. Then lend me your strength.
Let's go, everyone! This one's dangerous. Stay on your toes. Too slow. Your turn.
Auf der einen Seite hätte ich eigentlich ganz
Mein
gerne Cheryl und Mark jetzt gerade dabei. Weil Laura und Emma halt nicht unbedingt sonderlich gut ausgerüstet sind natürlich. Aber gut. Genau, und was die Taktik mit Rean ist halt einfach die hier. Arc Slash.
Now's our chance.
Also wirklich Arc Slash einfach nur spammen. Das ist die Taktik jetzt mit Rean. Für basically alle halbwegs schwierig Kämpfe going forward.
My turn. Ha! Now's our chance.
Zack.
I'll back you up. I'll handle it.
Here I go.
Arc Slash.
I'll handle it.
Let's move.
Arc Slash.
Now's our chance.
You're done. Okay.
Pokémon die noch echt guten Schaden mit Rean und so auf I. Mein Gott,
Your
sie wird
turn.
getroffen.
Onward. Ha!
Of course.
Laura gibt gerade nicht sonderlich gut.
Arcus activate!
You have my thanks.
My turn. Got it.
Got you! My turn!
Ja, aber den Kampf haben wir im Prinzip eigentlich auch schon gewonnen.
Now!
You're done.
You're finished!
Ja.
Absolute victory.
Nice fighting, Fee.
Success.
Exactly how it...
Finally.
Yeah, I can't sense anything else here now. You guys okay?
Yeah.
It's really you, isn't it? You're all here.
Of course it's us.
I don't know what to say. This is all so sudden. Still, I'm happy to see you're well, Rean. I'm genuinely lost for words. I've never considered myself as the sort to cry at reunions like these, but clearly I was mistaken.
Laura.
I'm really sorry for making you worry about me. And I can't possibly thank you enough for fighting on so that we could see each other again like this.
There's no need to apologize, Rean. I swore to fight as Class VII's... No. As your sword. I swore that my blade would not be broken until it returned to your side. And I swear now to continue upholding every word I've said, with Adios as my witness.
Thanks. I really am glad to see you're all right. And the same goes for you too, Emma.
I feel the same way. I can hardly believe that this is actually happening. The day's finally come where we can all be together again. It all feels like a wonderful dream.
A wonderful dream, huh? Well, fortunately, this isn't a dream. These might be tough times for Erebonia, but we're persevering. That perseverance is what brought us together again. And the fact that we found each other makes everything we've been through along the way worth it.
Yes, I couldn't agree more. But I know that I wouldn't have been able to come this far if not for you.
Me?
You accepted me despite everything. Knowing that gave me the courage to keep going. If not for that courage, I doubt I would be here now. I'm truly grateful to you, Rean.
You've really grown strong, Emma.
Wait, Emma! Oh, thank you, Celine. Thank you for all the support you've given my classmates. And thank you for coming all the way here with them to see me.
Please, it was nothing. But I'm glad you're okay, I guess. At least I won't end up astray.
Celine, there's nothing wrong with being honest about your feelings, you know.
Oh, she's so happy.
Now we just need to find Eustace.
Right.
Well, we've done what we set out to do here. There's no sign of any more cryptids either. Might I suggest we return to Legram for now?
Count me in. You guys are fine with that too, right?
That's fine by me. We can tell you more about what we've been doing since we parted ways.
Then we're off to the pier.
The box actually a little less dense than it was on the way here. Maybe because we defeated those cryptids? Most likely so. I imagine they were accelerating the development of a problem that would have appeared regardless. So while the situation should settle down for now, I imagine it'll happen again in due time. Indeed, the fundamental cause is likely elsewhere and much more complex. Legram as a whole will have to stay wary for a while, I suppose. Still, listening to what you had to say, it's troubling to think of how unpredictable this war is. There's no telling what direction it's going to take. Yeah, unfortunately. Fighting between the Noble Alliance and the Imperial Army is showing no signs of letting up. And we still got no idea what's going on over at the Academy or what happened to the Courageous and Viscount Assay. It's been over a month since we last heard from either of them. I'm a little worried, to tell the truth. I'm still fully convinced we have nothing to worry about in that regard. My father's alive and well, of that I'm certain. I believe in him. If you believe in him, then I will too. I'm sure he's perfectly fine. I find myself more concerned about the whereabouts of Master Eustace. One would expect Duke Aberea's son to be easier to find than this. Yeah, Eustace was on Legram at one point, wasn't he? Do either of you have any idea where he is now? He was with us when we left the Academy, yes. Several days ago, he boarded a train to Berea. He was growing increasingly concerned over what was happening in the region. I guess there was no stopping him. Of all the places he could have gone, he picked Berea. That's one of the Alliance's most well-protected strongholds now. I'm surprised it's even possible to get there by train. It was at the time, but not anymore. The Alliance has brought in heavy restrictions on railway travel since his departure. We've been at a loss as to what to do. That explains it. Well, we can think about that when we get back to town. If it comes to it, we could always walk there using the highways.
Emma?
What's wrong?
I feel like I should have told you so many things a long time ago. About me, and Celine, and about Divine Knights and Awakeners.
It's alright, Emma. Does that mean you're ready to tell us now?
Yes, I am. It's time to finally fulfill the promise I made to you during the after-party.
Well, if you're sure.
I imagine you've heard some of this from Celine already, but still. Enrolling at Thor's was originally part of my duty as one of the Hexen clan. It's a clan of witches that traces its origins far back into the past.
What kind of duty would have you enroll at a military academy?
It's one that's been passed down through our clan for a long, long time. We must watch over the fragments of the great power sealed deep underground and observe whatever comes to pass regarding them. Just as it did for many others before her, that duty fell to Emma as well.
When you say the great power, you mean Valimar, right? Did both of you know about the Divine Knights this whole time?
We knew of their existence, yes, as well as the fact that they choose an Awakener. And that their chosen Awakener will be drawn into an unavoidable battle. Just because you had the potential to become one, you were drawn into a great conflict against your will. And not just you, Rean. The rest of us have become secondary contractors. And yet I couldn't say or do anything for you. I couldn't even give you a simple word of warning. What right do I have to call myself your classmate after failing all of you like that?
Emma?
What are you talking about?
Emma, you're not going to say what I think you're going to say, are you?
I'm sure this isn't what you want to hear after coming all this way to find me. But this is where we should part ways.
Emma. You said it yourself back in the old schoolhouse. You said Class 7 is the finest Erebonia has to offer, right?
I may not always show much in the way of class spirit, but I'm confident Class 7 is the finest Erebonia has to offer.
We all come from different backgrounds, and we all had things we were maybe scared to or couldn't tell anyone. Crow has his past, you have yours. I have this strange power of mine that I've carried with me for as long as I can remember. That doesn't directly relate to the Divine Knights in any way, does it?
No, though there's always the possibility it may be one of the reasons why you were chosen. I know plenty about witches and their history, but none of that gives me a clue as to what your powers could be.
Alright then. The point is that even after learning I had this monstrous power within me, you all accepted me without a second thought. I feel that I'm a part of Class 7 as much as anyone else, and I'm proud to say I am too. Class 7 is only the best there is because it has every one of us in it. Me, Elisa, Elliot, Laura, Thea, Machias, Eustace, Gaius, Milliam, Crow, and you, Emma. You're not an exception. Without you, our class wouldn't be what it is. Just like it wouldn't be if any one of us weren't a part of it.
Oh, Rean,
What he said.
I couldn't agree more.
So I don't want to hear you say anything like that ever again. We want you right where you are, guiding me, guiding all of us. And not just as a witch, but as the kind class president and caring friend you always have been.
Goodness! How can I possibly refuse when you put it like that? All right then. I can't deny the ancient knowledge that I possess, or my position as a witch, but I always want to remain the same Emma Milstein of Class 7 that I have been since the day I joined Thor's. So please, let me stay at your side.
Of course.
That goes without saying.
Class 7 really isn't Class 7 without you in it.
Who else could I compete with for the top spot in the exams?
What a picturesque fairy tale ending. I couldn't be more pleased, and the timing couldn't have been more perfect. I can see Legram coming into view now. Would everyone mind gathering their things and...
What's that?
Is that an airship?
It's coming from the sky to the west.
Is that?
An Alliance airship? Wait, that's a commanding officer ship too.
Indeed. Well, it seems we have ourselves some visitors.
My apologies for the unexpected arrival. I should have sent word.
Let's go, Daisy.
I am Aurelia Le Guin of the Noble Alliance. I wish to make a brief visit to the territory of Viscount Arcade.
It's a pleasure to see you again, your ladyship. And a pleasure to meet you as well, Brigadier General.
We were simply in the area, so we thought we might drop by and pay you a visit. It's been quite some time since we last met. I was hoping to take the opportunity to apologize to my master for not staying in touch, but I see that won't be possible.
Unfortunately so.
I wouldn't have minded setting eyes on the famous Radiant Blade Master, but I suppose I'll have to be content with meeting his daughter.
I'm honored, General.
I can't believe they're here.
They seem to be provincial army officers.
They seem incredibly strong, whoever they are.
Their names are General Aurelia Le Guin and Brigadier General Wallace Bardias. They're said to be the two strongest generals in the provincial armies.
Yeah, I don't think there are many people interested in martial arts who don't know about them. That's how famous they are. Brigadier General Bardias is otherwise known as the Black Whirlwind. He's known for his unparalleled spearmanship. From what I've heard, he has Nord blood running through him too.
Oh, I see.
He does remind me of Gaius in a way.
He seems pretty strong.
A number of warriors from Nord were said to have fought with Emperor Drykos during the War of the Lions. Perhaps he's a descendant of theirs?
Yeah, that makes sense. As for the woman with him, she's generally known as the Golden Rakshasa. She's also a countess and head of the Le Guin family, as well as commander of the Lemare Provincial Army. And hard as it is to believe, I've heard she's a practitioner of both the Arcade and Vander schools of swordsmanship.
Wasn't the Vander school practiced by the guardians of the Imperial family?
She sounds like a monster.
Is she even human?
Both of them are key public figures in the Alliance. What could they possibly want in a neutral region such as this, I wonder?
Still, it won't do to have you standing around here. Allow me to show you to my father's office. Klaus, would you prepare some tea?
Oh, there's no need to concern yourself with that. Seeing that the Viscount isn't here gave us all the information that we needed.
What might you be suggesting?
Be at ease. We didn't come to criticize anyone for the Crimson Wing's appearance near Trista. Still, it's always good to know who you're fighting against. The way I see it, you're continuing to remain neutral now. But if it came to it, you wouldn't be afraid to take up arms for your personal sense of justice.
There's no need to be hasty. We have more than enough opponents to be going on with. For now, let's focus on drawing out Craig the Red and One-Eyed Zex. We can't allow Rufus to be the only one making any major achievements.
True enough.
It would please me so if you were to fight under me one day too. I believe you have the potential to surpass even me, given sufficient practice.
I am honored that you would say so. However, my swordsmanship is inexperienced at best. I wouldn't dare presume to have the potential to surpass anyone at this stage. I would ask that you wait until I can at least best my father in a duel before making that invitation.
Then wait I shall. I look forward to the day. With that, I believe it's time we took our leave.
Perhaps so. I was hoping you would introduce us to your friends, but they seem to be feeling rather shy.
Teasing them, are you? Well, I'm sure we'll have the opportunity one day. I sense great potential within them.
As do I.
I apologize for being unable to do anything to make your visit more comfortable. Klaus, please escort them.
As you wish, milady.
Come to think of it, perhaps you wouldn't mind joining me in a battle before I depart. I haven't had the joy in quite some time.
I hardly think an old man such as myself would prove to be a worthy opponent to one of your strength, General.
Oh, I wouldn't be so sure about that. You haven't let your guard down for a second since I stepped into Legram. Laura!
I'm sorry that you had to see me like that. It took all that I had not to be overwhelmed by their sheer presence.
I'm not surprised. We could feel it well enough ourselves, and we weren't even in the room.
That didn't stop them from noticing us, though.
My fur was on end the whole time.
Na gut, wenn die wüssten, wie crazy Ben halt wirklich sind, hätten die gewusst, dass sie gar nicht verstecken, warum, weil Verstecken funktioniert bei denen halt nicht.
It's unbelievable to think that people like them exist.
I wonder who'd win between them and Zeno and Leo.
Ich überlege gerade, ob ich irgendeinen Engel finde, aus dem Sino und Leo da siegreich hervorgehen, und ich sehe keinen.
This just goes to show how many skilled people the Alliance has among their ranks. With warriors such as them on the field, to say nothing of Lord Rufus Alberea, we can't afford to underestimate them.
All very true. Still, that's no reason to give up now. We need to keep pressing on. And on that note, I think it's about time we left ourselves. Let's go and bring back Eustace. And once we've done that, then we can decide what we're going to do and who we're going to be fighting against.
Indeed.
Then let's start heading to Bereahard.
Klaus, I leave Legram in your care. Should father return during my absence, please give him my warmest regard. But of course, Lady Laura, worry not. Legram will be in safe hands with me. But if you wouldn't mind, everyone, please do look out for Lady Laura for me. We always do. Thanks for keeping an eye on Emma for so long. Please be well, Caius? Was? Klaus. Your words are much appreciated, but unnecessary. I will be perfectly fine, I assure you. The path ahead of you will be fraught with many challenges and dangers, but I will be praying that you all will be able to navigate it safely to its end, and from there forge your own path. And do keep yourself safe. Thank you, Klaus. We'll be back as soon as we're able. Ne, Ebel. Wir müssen auf den Ebel-Highway, nicht den Able. You get it. Looks like the generals have left already. Yeah, that's our cue to get going too. But it does look like we'll have to use the highway to get to Bereahard, though. That shouldn't be a problem. Following the Ebel Highway north will lead us straight to it. Perhaps we should pay a visit to the Bracer Guild before we head out. The receptionist there might appreciate a goodbye before we move on to Bereahard. Yeah, you're probably right. Yay, Laura and Emma in their party. Reaching Bereahard will cause the main story to advance. Doing so will make all unfinished quests disappear. Genau, deswegen werden wir uns um die Quest dann im nächsten Part kümmern. Worum wir uns in diesem Part noch kümmern, ist aber die Verabschiedung. Ich werde offscreen einmal Laura und Emma ausrüsten. Und dann werden wir beim nächsten Mal mit den Quests in Legram weitermachen. Und wenn alles klappt, auch den ganzen... Okay, ich gucke gerade, der Weg ist, glaube ich, einen Ticken zu lang, dass das alles im nächsten Part kommt. Aber auf jeden Fall werden wir die Quest machen. Bis dahin. Ciao, ciao.